Thanks for joining us. I'm Deborah Alfarone. 1 year ago, President Donald Trump took office. The day after the inauguration, women, and men too, came together all around the world, marching in solidarity for women's rights. Today, the Women's March lived on and marked its second year. The theme was more about mobilizing women to vote and making a difference in politics. And of course, women's equality in all aspects of life. House Majority Leader Nancy Pelosi spoke at the march with some members of the House on how last year's march sparked a movement for more women in office.
Nothing is more wholesome to a government, to a country, to a society than the increased participation of women in the leadership and in the rank and file. We need women's participation.
The Women's March movement is nationwide. You're taking a look right now at marches in San Francisco, Dallas, and Chicago. A CBS poll finds that women are dissatisfied with the president, and an overwhelming majority feel it's important for women to run for office. Amongst so many at the march, women of color. Some feel they're being pushed to the side in this women's equality movement. WUSA 9's Bria White spoke to a group at the march who's looking to change that.
We will not bow down.
Marching on the polls. That's the theme of this year's Women's March on Washington. The goal is to get more women voting and running for public office. Last year, they estimated around 700,000 people joining in on the marching. This year, the crop was much smaller, but the spirit still rang strong down the National Mall.
In cities all across America, they're matching the same energy here in Washington, D.C. But a group of women say a lot of times they're left out of the conversation.
Black women! Respect black women!
You can't do anything without engaging black women. So I'm here representing us.
Yes.
I'm here representing racial justice, gender justice,
Yes.
economic justice, social justice. I'm here as a black lesbian woman.
And we think that our voices should be respected and elevated way more than they are.
This group is called Not Without Black Women.
And director of the group is speaking at the march.
Black women's issues need to be at the forefront in order for this country to move forward.
Many of the issues that are at the forefront of the march will affect women of any color, but these women believe black communities oftentimes get the short end of the stick.
A range of statistics: housing, public health, the wage gap, which is highly a feminist issue, but we never desegregate all of the gaps.
They're trying to make other groups of people realize that their issues are everyone's issues.
If you talk about issues and how they affect women, you better be talking about how they affect black women in particular.
Bria White, WUSA 9.